Hi everyone, Hayden Owens here again, and this is day number 7 of our trip out here in Wyoming. Today was another kind of calm day. I spent a lot of the day finding references for my research. I found a few really neat papers on fossil preservation, and in particular very well preserved specimens like the ones that I previously told you about, the mummified hadrosaurs that were found on the Zerbst Ranch the other day. I also spent a whole lot of time walking around town trying to ask the residents about whether or not they know any pilots that can take us in a helicopter to some of these locations that are inaccessible by car. I got in touch with a few people, but it looks like it's going to be very expensive for us to do that, so we're probably not going to get a helicopter pilot to take us out there. It was worth a shot, but it's going to cost like $10,000, which is something that we, A, don't have, and B, don't really want to spend on something like that. So we're going to nix that, and hopefully we're going to go to the other side of the Powder River Basin. We're on the east side right now. We're going to go to the west side over the next few days, and hopefully we can find more KT boundaries out that way as opposed to out here. It's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. We knew this when we were coming out here. It was going to be hard to find these boundaries, and just the local ranchers are just making it harder for us. So it's just something we got to deal with, and something we got to move on ahead with. Luckily, my research doesn't really have much to do with the KT boundary, but pretty much everybody else's does. So it's kind of unfortunate for them, but I'm hoping that we can get some research done. I've advised Tommy and so has Dr. Hunt that his research into the XRF technology itself would be helpful for his research. We might have to change his topic around a little bit, but that's science, you know. If something doesn't work, then try something else. No big deal, really. Tomorrow we're going to go back to the site that Todd Holmer has. That site is supposed to be the same strata as our tendonitis site that JP took us to the other day, which I believe I mentioned in a previous video. We're going to go there and hopefully get a really extensive stratigraphic column made, and dig up some dinosaur bones as well while we're out there. Why not? And it should be pretty fun. I'm hoping the weather is nice. We spoke to Todd today, and he said that he went out there early this morning, but he saw that there was a bunch of scary looking clouds, so he pretty much just packed his things up and came home. You don't really want to get stuck out on the range when the storm hits, and you know, it's unpredictable out here. You know, the storm might really cause some damage, or it could just dissipate right before it gets to you, only to pick up on the other side of town. So I'm hoping the weather will be nice tomorrow. It was kind of chilly today. I think it was in the low 60s all day today, so I had to wear a hoodie most of the time. But other than that, it was a pretty nice day. I've also had correspondence with a person from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, trying to get some more information about these well-preserved fossils that were found at the Zerbst Ranch, as well as other KT boundary sites. The person I spoke to on the phone didn't sound like a scientist, so they didn't really know exactly what I was asking. So this person emailed me and asked for clarification, to which I did. Now I'm just waiting for an email back, hopefully to get some good information, either some recommendations on papers to read, or recommendations on other researchers to talk to at different institutes and universities and museums and things like that. I'm hoping it'll be pretty fruitful. Like I said, I have found quite a few papers today already on fossil preservation, especially with well-preserved ones. I'm thinking that this research project is, coming together in my head. I'm thinking exactly how I'm gonna put it all together, and trying to think of photographs I want to use and everything. Granted, I don't really have to submit my abstract to the GSA for the national meeting in November. I don't have to submit that abstract until August, but it's best to get the work done as quickly as possible. That way, if there's any last minute things to add or take away, you can do that. So, yeah, today was another pretty calm day, but very productive. And again, tomorrow we're going to go out and dig some more dinosaurs and do some strat columns. I'll see you guys tomorrow.